This is James Helder for IFL in association with Matt King's Gym Marbella and the Cassius and Helder Show. We're at the press conference today for Tyson Fury vs Christian Hammer. With me I've got promoter Frank Warren. How are we doing, Frank?
I'm all good. You good?
I'm good,
Lovely.
mate. Yeah, Tyson Fury back in action. Really kind of a strange one, this one. No one really saw Christian Hammer coming in. Got to keep him active till the Vladimir Klitschko fight potentially happens. So, perfect opponent in Hammer?
I'd say a perfect opponent. It's a tough opponent for him. You know, he's not ranked number 3 by the BO. He's undefeated coming into his 5th year since 2000. I think it's 2010. You know, it's a tough fight for him, and obviously this fella's got everything to gain and nothing to lose. If he wins this, he becomes the mandatory challenger. He's going to the number 1 spot. Tyson, that's why we call it risky business. You know, Tyson's put everything on the line for this fight.
Having spoken to Deontay Wilder the weekend after he became WBC heavyweight champion, he was quite vocal in the fact that he wants to come to the UK, he wants to fight Tyson Fury. Could that fight maybe overshadow the fight with Vladimir Klitschko?
It's a big fight. I mean, either of the fights are big fights. I think, you know, if we could get either of those fights here, we would sell out a big stadium, a Wembley, an Arsenal, a Millennium, easily do that. We would make either of those fights in a heartbeat. There's no problem at this end in getting that on. You know, Tyson wants to fight for the world title. That's what the fight against Derek Chisora is all about, the winner getting the shot at the world title. And we just want to move forward. You know, 2015 with Deontay Wilder winning the title, with Klitschko now in a situation where he's got to have some mandatory defences, with Tyson in a mandatory slot and undefeated. We should see some good fights. It's a renaissance of heavyweight boxing, and hopefully it'll get everybody's interest back in the sport again, because there are some good fights to be made, and the public shouldn't be cheated, and those fights should be made.
We had the pleasure of catching up with Don King in Vegas. He was very complimentary about yourself. He says to give you his regards, and he can't wait to come back to the UK and put something on with you, Frank, really. Yeah,
well, it'd be nice, and it's if Stavern had won, I think we'd have made that fight with Tyson very, very quickly. It would have been difficult to do, but obviously that didn't happen. You know, Don and I had some good times together. We made some great fights, and there were some great fights for for British fighters, and we put some fabulous shows on both here in the States together, and it was an enjoyable period.
Has he always been as unpredictable as he is now? He seems to get better like a fine wine with age, Frank.
Yeah, he's good fun, Don. He's you know, he is what he is. He's a natural born promoter. Yeah. And he gets out there and he bangs the drum for his fighter, he bangs the drum for his promotions, and he's done a fabulous job over the years as a promoter. He's done a marvellous job. In some ways, both him and Bob Arum, they totally were innovative the way they used the methods of delivering boxing to the public. It wasn't just about the live gate, you know, closed circuit, pay-per-view, and you know, various other things over the years. They've done brilliantly and made some great fights between them over the years.
All right, Frank, well, thanks for giving me a bit of time today. We look forward to the build-up between Tyson and Fury. When he's involved, it's always
well, he has to. He's minding his P's and Q's at the moment because of the fine he's got. I think at any moment, I could feel him. It was like he was on a leash. He wanted to steam in and say what he had to be said, but he's keeping calm and collected, and you know, that's great in some ways, but it's not what the press want, does it? Because what they want controversy. That's what sells fights.
I tried to bring him out of himself with the big Lummox comment, but I just couldn't get him.
But he's, you know, good for him. But at the end of the day, you know, it's a good heavyweight fight. It's a quality fight. It's a quality card. You know, young Chris Eubanks Jr. against Shulinov on the undercard is a cracking little fight. Got a rematch with Liam Walsh and Joe Murray. That's another good fight, and there's, you know, many others that we're going to be announcing over the next week.
Can I get any word on what's going on with Andy Lee and his potential fight with Billy Joe Saunders? Will Andy Lee have a voluntary, or will you guys look to get the Billy Joe Saunders fight made?
I think the WBO will order the fight to take place.
So it will be the first fight back will be against Billy Joe Saunders.
Yeah, that's how it's looking at the moment.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Frank. And I'll
pleasure.
catch you again real soon. Thank you, mate.
Thank you, man.